Hello internet, it's Dee. I couldn't resist. I had to go back to my computer algorithm generated palettes. I've done, I guess this will be the fifth one? Wow. Trying a new contour bronzer thing today. It was like some little sample I got in my Ipsy bag and I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit too warm toned for my skin, honestly. Need to try it. But fortunately, today's palette is a rather warm-toned palette, so maybe it'll end up matching alright. We'll see. This is our palette we're working with. It's very, seasonally appropriate, I'd say. It's a good fall tone kind of thing. And listen, I don't care if it's snowing. It is still fall. It is fall until December. And therefore, this is still fall colors and still seasonally appropriate. Christmas can stay the fuck back in December, alright? And look, when I do my makeup for my own looks, I do not start with a giant pile of eyeshadow palettes this high. I usually just stick to one palette, maybe two if I just really need a certain color. To try to like use colors from, 5 different palettes to create a look is ridiculous and silly and not practical at all, but that is what this challenge is about. I'm just trying to find stuff that matches what I have. I do not expect anyone to try to actually recreate looks using 5 different palettes. It's kind of ridiculous even for me. Okay, I have my palette on my arm here. What's really weird right now is that this orange, that one, looks completely different to me looking at it down like this with my own eyes versus seeing it like in the viewfinder. They look totally different. But to be fair, I think it actually looks closer to the color palette I pulled up on the camera viewfinder than it does with my own eyes looking at it, which is, I guess, convenient because you're going to be seeing this through camera. Although I have no idea what color this thing is going to turn once I go edit this. It's a mystery. We will find out. The idea is that it's this kind of nice orangey color. Well, we'll see what happens. So yeah, this is a pretty just, I don't know, warm-toned fall-ish palette. Might have been a good October look, but you know what? Well, too bad. I had other things going on then. Oh, where to start? I think I'm gonna start with this neutral blondie taupe brown shade because it's a good neutrally thing to start with. What can I say? I've actually used this same shade before. I'm going back to the Emily Edit Wants palettes in that hobby shade. A shade I did not think I was going to be using a lot when I bought this palette, but it's like the one I've used the most. Funny how that happens. And I'm gonna take that on this big fluffer guy here, because I just kind of want to put it down as my base. And just kind of really get it in there. Just slap it on. I'm like loading out the brush pretty good. I'm not messing around. I want a big, nice base. I'm not really aiming this anywhere in particular. I'm just getting it down. I'm not really focusing it on the lid. I'm more focusing it in the crease, but like with this big brush, it's just kind of everywhere and that's fine. I'm gonna take this mysterious orange that I don't know what it's gonna look like on the camera, which is specifically this shade from the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Again, it's just so versatile. Do those oranges look the same? I'd swear they look different, but like when I look at it with my eyes, they look the same. What are you doing, camera? And I'm gonna take that on my good old no brand little fluffy blendy brush. Let's just orange it up a little. Yeah, it doesn't look nearly as intense once you kind of start putting it on your eye and blending it than it does in the pan. But that's okay because honestly in the pan it's like fluorescent almost, which is not quite what I want. And you know, it's actually blending in with that first light brown I put down. to actually get closer to the color I wanted it to become, so that's working out well. Okay, so now we have a kind of orangey looking lid. It's gonna get dark real fast here. Just be patient. Dipping into yet another palette. This is the Good Sport palette from Colourpop. I got it at the same time as the last pink Colourpop palette, the Ooh La La palette. And it's actually a really interesting color scheme. I kind of like it. If you want to see me just do a video like only using this, let me know. And I'll try to make something for you. But for now, for today, we're just going into this shade here, Hooky. This nice, you know, dark orange. I'm gonna go in with my slightly thinner blending brush. I'm gonna try to focus this one into the crease. Oh, hello. You are pigmented, aren't ya? And now I'm gonna take a clean blending brush to try to diffuse that a little. I feel like there's this one spot right here that's like not blending, and I have no idea why, because every other part is just fine. Mattes can be stubborn sometimes, what can I say? Okay, now we have orange. We have some orange. But I don't know, you know, it's a nice burnt orange sienna. It's not like traffic cone orange at least. And it's gonna get darker. Because now we're going in to these two shades. For that, I'm using the Urban Decay Distortion palette. A palette that every time I've looked it up, it says it's limited edition, but I keep seeing it for sale. So hopefully it's not too limited, because I really like it. It's just very nice inside. I like what's going on here. Once again, if you want to see a look with me using just any of these palettes by themselves, let me know, because I'm always needing more ideas for stuff to do. But anyway, that's not what we're paying attention to right now. Right now, we're paying attention to these two shades. So I'm going to start with Old Smoke. It's this really nice gray that has just a little kind of satin sheen to it. I'm not sure how dark I want it or how much I want to build it up, so I'm going to start with my more fluffier brush. More fluffier, more fluffy. And I'm just going to start putting this on the lid. Wow, yeah, even without using my fingers or a more concentrated, thicker brush, that still goes on real dark. There's a little bit of fallout from it, but I don't know, there's way worse things that can happen in makeup than a little bit falling down to me. I can just brush it off. Yeah, these Urban Decay shadows don't mess around. They're really dark and pigmented. Well, that got a little higher than I wanted it. Oh well. Which, I mean, is kind of a good thing considering how much more expensive they are. The only reason I bought this palette was because it was half off. I feel like I lost a little bit of my orange on this side, so I'm gonna just add a little bit back in. There we go. Is that more even? Maybe. We'll see. And now for our final shade. I think in the actual color palette itself, this shade is probably not a true black. I want to say it's like this very, very slightly warm toned black. I'll have to go like eyedropper it and see like where it comes up in the color spectrum, but it's not, I don't think, quite a true black. This is a pretty true black eyeshadow, but it's going to be starting to mix in with some of these warmer shades, and so it's probably going to warm up just a tad, so I think it'll work. Ooh, what brush do I want to use for this black? Because I know that this black is like the most intense black eyeshadow I have. Like, it goes. There's a lot. I'm going to use this tapered brush here, because I feel like anything much bigger than this is just going to put black everywhere. Just everywhere. And I know already from trying this palette that a little bit of this goes a long way. So I think I'm just gonna try to kind of focus this on the outer half of my lid. Oh yeah, hi. Ooh, yeah, that is a very dark shade. Doesn't take much. I'm like barely just a light, tiny little tap. Well, that's further than I wanted. No, thank you. This side just kind of started to wing itself out, and so I'm trying to copy it on this side, and it's just not looking as perfect and natural, alas. And again, I always just feel like my left eye turns out better than my right, just by, I don't know, the nature of how my arm is positioned. Okay, let's try to blend that little sucker. Just a little. I'm okay with it kind of going up into a bit of a cat eye shape there, but just don't need it being too sharp. Oh, what? How did that get all the way up there? What are you doing? Oh, no. Ah! This is the problem with black eyeshadow. You put it somewhere and you think, alright, there, that's good. And then it keeps going. Okay, I think this is working. I think this is a workable, I didn't just turn into black everywhere. Now I have to figure out something to do with the lower lid, and hopefully that won't turn into just black everywhere either. I'm gonna start lining with this same tapered brush again with Hooky from Colourpop. Hope it doesn't get too out of control here. And I'm gonna try to bring it down a little bit, just because I know I'm gonna be putting more. Oh, it's so pigmented. I love it, but I'm also scared of it. Okay, so we got some orange going down here now. I'm going to try to add in a little tiny bit of black. Where's my itty bitty brush? Here's my itty bitty brush. Going back into black out here. And I want to just see if I can gently use that as a liner. And give it a little blend for good measure. Something about blending my lower lid just always means getting bristles directly in my eyeball, it seems. We got a look going, I'd say. Got a nice orangey black look, but these have been all fairly... The only non-matte shade I've been using is that silvery gray. I want a little bit more shine in here, I think. So I'm going to go in just with my finger and Old Smoke. I'm going to try to intensify that just a little bit. Just right on the lid. And then I'm going to dip into one last palette. I know, just, I wanted some shimmer. And that is the Supernova palette by BH Cosmetics. Because all of these shades in here are baked metallic eyeshadows. And I think I'm just going to keep using my finger for this. I'm going into this real nice steel gray shade Gemini. And I want to put that in the inner half here. To just add a little bit of shininess. I mean, you can do an all matte look, that's fine. I like my shininess. There we go, see? That's a nice little shimmer. I don't want to lose too much of that darkness though, so I am going to go back in with blackout just a little bit on the outer half again. And just try to blend it a little bit. Sometimes when you're doing lots of layers like this, you just have to like go back to a shade to kind of bring it back out again. Ah, what's on my nose? Where did that come from? There. Do I want liquid liner with this? Yeah, I'm gonna say nah, I'm just gonna keep it smoky like this. Usually I don't film this part because my camera is about to overheat, but it already overheated, so I had to wait for it to cool down, so now it's back again. So now you'll get to see me use my jumbo eye pencil to line my waterline. I don't know if this is the best eyeliner to do it with, it's just kind of what I had on hand, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to do it with one hand. Just try to make sure my finger's clean. And I pull down with my ring finger like this, and then with my other fingers, get in there and slap some liner on. I do like this formula for this NYX jumbo pencil just because it is very, very soft. Like, I don't have to press at all, which is what you want if you're trying to line your waterline. You don't want to have to, like, put pressure on it much at all. And I'm just gonna smudge that down a little bit just to try to blend it in with the shadows. Grungy. It's a grungy look. If you can manage to line your kind of upper waterline in black too, it looks really good, particularly if you're wearing false lashes. Every time I've tried, my eyes have freaked the f*** out and just gotten watery and awful and ruined everything. So I'm not gonna try that right now. Just, this part's fine. I feel like that liner, I don't know, took away a little bit of the orange, so I'm going to just touch it up a little bit, hopefully. Sometimes you have to know when to stop messing with these things. Hopefully I don't mess with it too much. Just feel like it lost a little bit of its intensity there. I want it back. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna call that good and stop messing with it. Oh, mascara. Duh, that's what I'm missing. And of course I smudged on both eyes. Why don't I have Q-tips? I always forget to buy Q-tips. This is exactly when I need them. Does this need falsies? I think it might. I think with this style of shadow I want a little extra length near the ends. So I'm gonna go in with these demi wispies. I'm gonna put a really thin line of eyeliner down just to help the lashes blend in. Oh yeah, it needed that. So for the rest of my face, I just kind of wanted a palette that would complement this. So for my blush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Joy, and this is from the Emily Edits, the Needs palette. It's just a nice peachy blush, you know, keeping in that warm toned family. And lastly, I'm gonna go in with a highlighter. I have this little Morphe highlighter, high impact highlighter in the color Spark. I got it in my Ipsy bag, figured I'd just kind of give it a shot. It's just, you know, very neutral, not really anything one way or the other looking highlighter, but kind of warm toned, so feel like it'll match. Oh. Knocking stuff over. Yeah, it's a pretty just subtle, natural looking highlight. Nothing too crazy about it. Does it look good on my lip? I'd say it does. It's a highlighter. I don't know. There's not much more to say about it than that. We need a lip color, don't we? I kind of felt like I could go two different ways with this. I could go with either just a kind of simple warm-toned lip to let the eyes kind of be the focus. Or, since this is very smoky and has some black in it, just go full black lipstick for a more just intense look. So I think I'm going to try them both and see which one I like better. So first thing I'm going to try to see if it looks any good. I got this Katy Perry CoverGirl lip gloss, and this is in Tabby Tease. I tried a different color of these lip glosses, and I really liked the formula. I don't know if this color is going to look good on me or not, but I figured, I like the formula enough. And I mean, it's got a little cat head on it. That's just adorable. Alright, so I don't know, I guess I'd call this the more, daytime friendly look. I don't know if this lip matches this exactly, but I don't have a lot of warm toned lipsticks. I just tend to go for more cool tone stuff, so it's what I had on hand. But now let's see the more dramatic version. Okay, if there's one thing I've learned about wearing anything black on my lips, it's to always line it first. Not my favorite liner, but it works. Wow, this black kind of sucks. It's not really nearly as pigmented as it needs to be. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'll put more gloss on then. I really don't know how to prevent like the butthole lip effect, where there's that little ring that doesn't have color on it. I guess this is our more dark and gothic effect with it. I kind of, I mean, I could really see it both ways. I'm definitely feeling the black right now, though, I'll admit it. And here is the finished look. I just kind of threw on some, you know, black accessories to kind of match with this. It doesn't exactly match my whole outfit right now, but I don't care. I'm not going anywhere tonight, I don't think. You know, as far as randomly generated looks go, I think this turned out great. Like, this is a, you know, a great kind of fall look, if I do say so myself. And, you know, I think it translated pretty well. I mean, it certainly seems like a more coherent color scheme than that Capri Sun one did. So, let me know what you think of this look down in the comments. If you have any ideas of what else you'd like to see me do makeup-wise, let me know as well. Leave a like and hit subscribe if you haven't done that. Maybe pass it around to a friend if you liked it. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!